God, could you imagine if like our sons like want to do
I always think
Boy
about
Scouts
that.
one day?
I literally always
Oh God, and they're like,
what if our kids are sporty? I mean, we'd do it because, you know, we would love them, but I can't imagine loving anyone that much.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Two Gay Matts. It's Matt Steele.
It's Matt Palmer.
And new Gaga. New Lady Gaga. It was the album we were all waiting for because not only do we love Lady Gaga, but we were also anticipating, what's this gonna be like?
Yes, the imaging, the cover, the single, it was all very confusing.
I know, in case you can't tell, I saved this shirt because it's the same color as the album cover.
He shouldn't say that. It's not like that impressive. It's
I'm an artist.
Well, I wore this because of the country theme of the album, which was unexpected.
Oh my God, look at us!
Look at us. We're always doing a theme for Gaga.
God, give
You're
us the
welcome,
applause,
Gaga.
applause.
Oh, I love that song.
It's a great song.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. that Lady Gaga.
Well, Joanne was announced. When she announced the title and the reasoning behind the title, I did find it heartwarming.
Yes,
like
yes.
her late aunt and her real name. When I saw the cover of it, and it looked kind of like a Rachel Platten cover, or like one of those like 2000s like singer-songwriters, I'm like, what am I looking at? Like, who is this?
I was fascinated. I found it fascinating.
I
was just
mean-
like the pastels, very different from the Art Pop cover,
Yes.
which was just everything.
It was the Coons' harp. Joanne, we've listened to it, we've listened to the bonus tracks. I think I feel better about it because my expectations were very low. I was very much like, Gaga's gone country and I'm out. Like, this is really lost
like country
me.
music, though.
I do, but like, I like it when a country artist does country music. Joanne feels like the album that like a pop artist does to prove that they have real talent. But no one has ever argued that Lady Gaga doesn't have real talent.
Oh,
You know
she
what
has
I mean?
talent coming out of her
And
ass.
like,
it's
even when she was doing like her techno pop, like no one was like, oh, she's not a real musician. Like, she always has had the air of like, oh, I'm a real artist and I know what I'm doing.
Yes, she has the neat dress and she comes out of an egg, but
Right.
she does have amazing musical.
Yes, I grew to like Perfect Illusion a bit more, but like the more I heard some clips of the album, I heard some ideas about the album, I heard A Million Reasons, which I don't think is a bad song, but I was like, what are we doing? Like, I'm just so confused and lost. So again, going into this, my expectations were low. I was like, she's not doing this for hits, which I stand by. There are no hits, but it's fine. I really like Dances in Circles. I think I love that one a lot because it reminds me of like Gaga of yore. Like, I love the like nasal talking voice as like a hook chorus.
It's a little like weirdly robotic.
Yes,
in a way.
and like that's
but
what
like,
I want.
But like still has that sort of like, this feels like Joanne.
Yes, it felt like Joanne, but it also like.
But it still feels like Gaga.
Yes, musically it kind of gave me like a little bit of an AA. It gave me a little bit of an Alejandro. Like, it could have been like an ABBA gone country moment, which, you know, somehow is Lady Gaga a little bit. But I think a lot of the country pop up-tempos remind me, I was telling you, of this girl Jessie James from like 2009. She was kind of like, if someone was like, you know who should be like one person, like Shania Twain and Britney Spears. Like, that was Jessie James. I feel like Gaga thinks she's doing something like so out of the box, but it's like, no, I've heard this, and it's like, fine. Like, it's like production-wise, it's not, I don't feel like she's breaking as many barriers as she thinks she is. And so that kind of takes me out of songs like Ayo and John Wayne. I'm just like, oh, Jessie James. Like, she really would have done a number on this one. There are some strong songs there. I think Diamond Heart reminds me of like a Rebel Heart Madonna. A Million Reasons is very Lady Antebellum. It's what I feel like.
It is very
Come to Mama kind of gives me Miley Cyrus, actually.
Oh,
like,
we're not talking about Come to Mama.
Come to Mama's his fave. I think at some point I've got to give up on the idea that she was the biggest pop star in the world, and that's because she doesn't want to be that. Like, that's the music to me was kind of like, okay, she just wants to do her art, and whatever comes out of it, it's like that's what happens. And like, if she's creatively fulfilled, then more power to her. I can't go around expecting a telephone again because clearly.
She wants to try it. She wants to do her own thing.
That's nice, and she has the money for it. If she does honky-tonk versions of her hits at the Super Bowl, I'm going to stab someone in the face. Like, I will not stand for a paparazzi, like, doom 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 doom, hoedown, showdown version of paparazzi.
I know, I'm so fascinated to hear what she's going to do at the Super Bowl.
I'm terrified. It's inoffensive, like, hot adult contemporary, like country-inspired little music that is not for me, and I'm sure it's for someone. And
yeah, it's for someone.
And I just don't know her. I don't know who it's for.
As someone who is not the biggest fan of country music, you like country music more. I actually really like the album. Like, I do. After it's marinated for a day and I listen to it again, I'm just like, I actually actually genuinely really like this. Like,
all of it?
There are 2 songs I'm not the biggest fan
Which
of.
2?
Well, there's Come to Mama, and there's Hey Girl, which those songs, it's kind of just like, they're fine, but it's kind of just like, oh, where are we going? They just don't fit on the album at all, like tone-wise to me. Like, Come to Mama is sort of like a 1950s, like, I feel like I'm in the musical Hairspray, and Hey Girl is like 80s, like, and it's like, how does this fit with Joanne? I'm not sure. Where are we going? But those are, I think, are the 2 weakest songs on the album. I think the rest of the music is good. Like, I'm not blown away by anything.
Right.
Like, I don't think there are any, like, ooh, this is a smash hit.
No.
But I genuinely liked most of the songs on there. I think a lot of the songs are like very well written.
I think Joanne, the title track, is lovely.
I love the title track. I think it's because it wasn't written to be like a single. Like, it's just kind of like a nice, simple little country song.
Right, and it's like the chorus is sweet, and I think the melody is lovely, and just like the meaning behind it is so clear. And it's just like, this is a nice little tribute towards the song.
I love Diamond Heart. I think Diamond Heart's very good.
It is good.
I like Ayo, and he don't like Ayo.
Ayo is very Jesse James.
I like Ayo.
Like, to the point where it's just like, well, what is this?
I think it's fun. Oh, I'm not wearing shoes.
Ooh,
Very country.
trash.
I know I'm with you. I think Grigio Girls is by far the best song on the album.
It's great.
The fact that it is a bonus
This is what I'm telling you.
How are you going to make Grigio Girls
Always
a bonus
listen
track?
to bonus tracks.
Grigio Girls is a hit. Not a smash hit, but a hit. Like, I think Grigio Girls is so great. It's so much fun.
It's sweet. It's sweet, and I think the production of it works, because I feel like if she'd done this and made it just more singer-songwriter, like, that makes more sense to me. Like, she's so over the top in everything she does, like with the hard R's and the country acts. It's like, bitch, we get it. Like,
but that's her. Subtle Lady Gaga is still, I'm gonna be over the top with my subtlety. Like,
I know. It's like how she had the Bud Light like tour of like dive bars. It's like, we get it, girl. Like, we get it. You're down home. Like, whatever. This is the real you. Breaking down no meat dresses today. Like, we get it. But it's a little like, okay, all right. Your stripped down is still over the top.
I wish the album came out after a huge hit album, because I feel like if it came out after a huge hit album, it would kind of just be like, oh, look at this other little thing I did. But like, because it came after such some non-successful stuff, it's kind of more just like, oh.
Yeah, no, it feels like, I mean,
so
I don't think it's bad.
I don't think it's bad in the slightest.
I think it's her worst. But I don't think she's ever put out a bad album, but I think it's the one I will be revisiting the least. With the diminishing return she's been receiving, like from Art Pop, which even had a big hit, it had applause, and it had to do what you want.
Yeah.
The fact that the public didn't receive it, and they're certainly not going to receive this, it's like, well, now she's just gone.
She's not gone, she's just doing her own thing.
Follow us on Twitter at Matt Palmer Music.
And it's Matt Steele.
Tell us below your thoughts on the Grigio Girls album, Joanne, and what your favorite tracks, least favorite tracks are, if you're happy with the country, if you're upset about it, where you want Gaga to go next.
Because this is a big discussion.
I know. There's a lot happening, and
I know.
I don't understand any of it. Make sure to subscribe to us, share it with all your friends, and we'll see you soon with a brand new 2K Mats.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.
We love ya.